887 Center.
We would go from office to office, and he would just connect with people. An 11-year-old makes his voice heard in front of state lawmakers.
A Jefferson City man on death row appeals before the Missouri Supreme Court.
Plus, how a bill aimed at dentists could help the opioid epidemic in Missouri. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
A Jefferson City man appealed his death sentence today in the 2009 murder of his former lover. A jury convicted David Hosier in 2013 for the murder of Angela Gilpin. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jem Rake.
And I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us. Her husband, Rodney Gilpin, was also found dead, but Hosier wasn't convicted for that killing. He and Angela had an on and off affair when she separated from her husband, but they eventually reconciled, so she broke things off with Hosier. After the breakup, he harassed her for 2 months and eventually killed her.
Hosier was sentenced to death by a jury. He appealed that sentence, but it was rejected. He felt he didn't get a fair trial in the first place and is appealing again, this time before the Missouri Supreme Court. KOMU 8 Sydney Kalich was at today's hearing with details on a 10-year-old case.
Hosier's lawyer appealed the verdict, saying he had ineffective counsel at the original trial in 2013 and questioned the choices made by the original lawyer. However, the bulk of the debate between the state and the lawyers was whether his mental health issues were taken into consideration at his first trial. Hosier's lawyer said his client has always struggled with mental health, but says a 2007 stroke is to blame for the severity of what happened to Angela Gilpin. The lawyer argued that if an MRI of his brain had been used as evidence, as well as the testimony of a doctor, the trial might have ended differently. However, the state's lawyer said the stroke did not explain events prior to 2007 that show Hosier's violent tendencies.
And that stroke had an effect on making his depressive symptoms much, much worse, which would explain to the jury why, although he had these prior assaultive acts throughout his life, that this one, why was this one so terrible?
Didn't explain the 1986 assault on his wife, or his threat to kill multiple law enforcement officers, or to kidnap his kids and take them to Mexico during that time.
The court has not announced when it will rule on the appeal. In the studio, Sydney Kalich, KOMU 8 News.
Well, it's been a bit of a cloudy, dreary spring day for us here in mid-Missouri. It's a look at Live Top 3 First Alert radar over the past few hours. And you can see we did have some heavier downpours that rolled through, getting through Morgan County into eventually Cole County, Jefferson City, and into Callaway County, too. Now that has died down, and we're just dealing with some passing light showers. And that's what's going to continue for the rest of our evening here, is just some light showers passing through. And if we track all that hour by hour, again, you can see it moving through overnight tonight. Even by 7 a.m. tomorrow, still the chance for some rain out there. So you might need some of the rain gear tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it's all coming from a low pressure system, and this is all going to slowly push down towards the south over the next couple days. And as that happens tomorrow, eventually this rain will move south as well. So our better chance for rain tomorrow is going to be in the morning hours, and then by the afternoon, just cloud cover holding on. Our winds, you can see, are all in from the north. It's bringing in some cooler air, but we do have a warming trend ahead. Checking that for you day by day and looking ahead to our next chance for rain in the coming week. Coming up.
Okay, Kenton, thank you very much. The Columbia Public School Teachers Union is suing the school district. This comes after former Governor Eric Greitens signed a bill before he left office, changing the certification requirements for unions. According to the union, the district told them they need to be certified before July 1st, or else they wouldn't negotiate with the union anymore. But the union said because the legality of the certification rules are in question, they can't do what the district is asking. Join us for KOMU 8 News at 9 and 10, where we look at both sides of that argument.
St. Louis police are looking for the person who beat an elderly man during a home robbery. Police say he showed up on the front porch and forced his way in. Surveillance video shows he repeatedly hit the man in the head with a gun. The attack lasted less than 2 minutes. A neighbor expressed her frustration.
They need to be thrown under the jail for that and never see daylight again.
Investigators say the man stole a cell phone and a few other items.
Here's what's happening right now. The Kansas City Chiefs finalized a trade for defensive end Frank Clark today, but as soon as that news came out, the attention turned to Clark's background. Clark's domestic violence allegations during his collegiate days at Michigan resurfaced. This isn't the first time this has happened to the Chiefs. Over the past few years, they have dealt with various off-the-field issues with star players such as Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill.
Adolescents and teens prescribed opioids after a dental procedure are at a greater risk of abusing drugs. A Missouri bill is trying to limit dentists from prescribing opioids. KOMU8's Alex Arger was at the Capitol to hear testimony. She's here in the studio with reaction.
This graph shows the amount of opioid-involved overdose deaths in Missouri over the last 17 years. You can see this blue line showing non-heroin opioid overdoses steadily increases from 2012 to 2017. One way people can get their hands on these non-heroin opioids is after getting dental work. Supporters of the bill say this is a step in limiting the amount these people can get. It's not the silver bullet, but it's
another tool we have in controlling this epidemic.
That's what Senator David Sater said about Senate Bill 275. The bill would limit prescriptions of opioids, specifically the amount dentists can give in a short period of time. Missouri healthcare providers can't write an opioid prescription that exceeds a 7-day supply. But the executive director for the Missouri Dental Board says the state has no dosage limit for those prescriptions, and this bill would affect that.
What this does is it does put a ceiling on the amount of opioids that a patient can receive from a dentist.
The bill had no opposition today. I talked to a Columbia dentist who says prescriptions play a part in some addictions. In fact, he's tried to stop prescribing opioids altogether. He says over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen work just as well as the opioids a dentist would prescribe. The dentist said responsible dentists are already trying to prescribe opioids less and less.
I think the big problem has been with people that were getting large doses, and I don't think most dentists prescribe opioids in large quantities. There are those out there that will. They'll just keep writing prescriptions rather than make the patient deal with the problem.
The bill would make sure those outliers who do prescribe too many opioids have a boundary that limits them.
This isn't going to solve the opioid epidemic, but it's another step in the right direction.
One representative in the hearing today thanked Senator Sater for introducing the bill. She said her cousin died from an opioid overdose after becoming addicted from a dental prescription. Senator Sater says the bill is one of the ways he's trying to stop this pattern in the opioid epidemic. In the studio, Alex Arger, KOMU8 News.
An 11-year-old Missouri boy testified at the state capitol today. What he had to say.
Plus, Columbia wants to go green. What are the city's priorities?
And we do have passing showers out there tonight, but we do have a warming trend for the rest of our weekend. We'll have more sunshine, too, until we get to the weekend. I'm tracking your full 8-day forecast. It's coming up later.
Track storms wherever you are. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by University Subaru.
The epic 7-day sale is on now at Furniture Row. And when we say it's epic, we mean epic. Shop today and find epic savings on sofas, sectionals, and accent chairs. Epic markdowns on dining groups, tables, and bar stools. Epic deals on bed sets, dressers, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Plus, 72 months no-interest financing. That's no interest until April 2025. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The epic 7-day sale, only at Furniture Row.
It's not over yet. The Ram 1500 has built to haul the big loads. And now you can get a Ram 1500 crew cab for only $29,987. Don't need a truck? Then take a turn in a Jeep. Right now, a new Jeep Renegade is only $15,999. Don't miss these great deals and more. All roads lead to Joe Machens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and JoeMachensCDJR.com.
This week, Wheel of Fortune teams up with Aulani, a Disney resort and spa. Complete with magical spins and solves.
You always jump like that.
Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU8.
Athletes 50 and older fight for the gold medal in more than 20 sports at the 25th Annual Missouri State Senior Games, June 6th through the 9th in Columbia. For more information and to register, visit moseniorgames.org.
What do people think of when they see that R in Riley Chevrolet Buick GMC? All the relationships that were built by serving Mid-Missouri for over 80 years. Regularly giving the right price and best deals. The way folks rely on them to be ready to service their cars and trucks. With respect. Yes, that R stands for all the reasons why people return to Riley.
Treating our customers like family since 1936.
At Central Bank, buying a new home can be as easy as it is exciting. That's because we make all of our lending decisions locally. so you're ready to make an offer faster. Whether it's a fixer-upper, new construction, or refinance, we guide you every step of the way. So when you find the perfect home, we're ready with the perfect loan. Visit any of our convenient locations today or apply online at centralbankmortgage.net. Central Bank. Strong roots. Endless possibilities.
LM Co. Home and Scotsman American Heirloom, exclusively at Baumgartner's in Avaz.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, visit lawmissouri.com.
Hearings at the state capitol are usually filled with lobbyists, concerned adults. Rarely does an 11-year-old testify.
Today, a House committee heard support for a bill that would expand insurance coverage for all Missouri kids with disabilities. KOMU8's Eric Graves tells us about a special friendship between a boy and a lawmaker.
11-year-old Nathan Shelp testified today in front of a packed room. He has an unknown genetic disorder that has autism-like symptoms. He's been practicing for today's testimony. This is a video that his mom put on Twitter of him practicing. Today, Nathan got to the real deal, and he did not disappoint.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Nathan Shelp has been coming to the Capitol for almost 3 years now, talking and advocating for a bill that would strengthen insurance coverage for kids like him.
Cautiously optimistic is the word we're using.
Nathan's rare genetic disorder makes it harder for him to talk, move, and keep up with his peers. But his mom, Robin, hopes this bill will make things easier for him.
Doing this not just for Nathan, but I'm doing for the kids who are just finding out they have a disorder or a diagnosis and they need these therapies, because that early intervention is huge. I have disabilities.
When Nathan was younger, Robin says doctors weren't sure if he would ever speak, but thanks to therapy.
But now he has words, and so we're able to see what's really inside his brain and inside of his heart. And when I grow up, I will go to hotel.
Robin says her son has made a lot of friends at the Capitol, but one stands out.
I mean, when he walked out of that hearing room and jumped into Chuck's arms and gave him a big hug, I mean, that is what it's about. It's just, I don't know, it's just amazing. It gives me goosebumps.
Chuck is Representative Chuck Basie. He's known Nathan for almost 3 years.
Well, when I first met him, he could only maybe say just a small phrase, you know, hello, thank you. That was about it. You know, he knew my name. But now, as you saw today, he can speak in short sentences and stuff. So that shows you how the therapy is helping him.
Basie was there when Nathan testified in front of the committee.
And I like to
That was pretty powerful, and he did a great job and held his own.
And while his mom hopes for change, she knows her son has already gotten something out of all of this.
The friendship he has with Representative Basie, and that's what it's about.
Representative Basie told me he and Nathan bonded over their dogs, both named Lucy. If the bill passes committee, it will head to the House floor next. In the studio, Eric Graves, KOMU8 News.
You can say it's a little cooler than it was this time yesterday. About 16 degrees cooler actually in Columbia. That's giving us temperatures around 58 in Columbia and Jefferson City. We're going to continue just in these 50s all night long. We have a warming trend and more rain chances. I'm tracking it all for you coming up after the break.
At Menards, nobody beats our prices, so you can save big money maintaining your vehicle. Valvoline Premium Conventional Motor Oil protects against all types of deposits to keep engines clean. Right now, a quart is just $3.29. Drive safely with Rain-X wiper blades. They provide a clean, streak-free wipe for a clear view. Right now, they're just $9.99 each. Plus, a Menards gift card is perfect for Mother's Day.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, it's Scotty and Katrina from today's Best Country, Clear 99, to let you know that the Clear 99 $500 survey is back.
We've surveyed Mid-Missouri with a bunch of hard-hitting questions like, what's something a guy does to make a woman mad?
Oof. Be the 9th caller weekdays at 720, 1020, 120, and 420. Tell us the top answers given, you'll win $500.
It's the Clear 99 $500 survey. Learn more at clear99.com.
It takes a Titan to take the road less traveled. It takes a Titan to make towing look easy. It takes a Titan from Joe Mockins Nissan. While they last, get an in-stock 2018 Nissan Titan with up to $13,500 in total savings. Designed, engineered, and powered in America. All backed by America's best truck warranty. Or choose a Nissan Rogue loaded with safety features and save up to $4,000. All roads lead to Joe Mockins Nissan. Anytime at JoeMockinsNissan.com.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by State Tech. Download in the App Store or Google Play.
I knew I wanted to have kids from the time I was the little girl.
After we'd been trying for 2 years, we were actually going to stop trying, and she saw the commercial and thought, well, maybe there's something that she could learn at the conference. So when she came back, she had lots of new information. She immediately wanted to schedule an appointment to come see Dr. Wilshire.
When Dr. Wilshire's nurse called me, I was super excited.
We did 2 rounds of in vitro fertilization with Dr. Wilshire, and were successful in the second one.
When you think about what matters most, you don't think about things, you think about people, and so do we.
At First State Community Bank, we're not interested in being the biggest bank around. We're interested in bringing together the best people, because we know the difference it makes for you to feel good about working with someone and to know they have your back. Success means something different to everyone. Let us help you achieve yours. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
The Columbia Mayor's Task Force released its first climate action draft yesterday.
But today, the city is focusing on getting your input. KOMU8's Maverick Alexander talked with a spokesperson about the community impact.
The way the draft was presented to me today was best described as a roadmap. The draft has many routes the city can take. The routes or top actions in the draft date back to a November 2018 online community survey. These include offering incentives for energy and water efficiency and requiring recycling for multifamily homes. So right now, the task force is in prioritizing mode to decide which action will be best for the city.
So, the way that the plan is set up right now is that there are some priority actions in there, and priority actions usually are defined by actions that have to happen as a foundation.
The survey for the draft plan will be open until May 10th. If you would like to share your thoughts, you can find the link on our website, KOMU.com. In the studio, Maverick Alexander, KOMU 8 News.
We'll take a look here at the April that we've had so far, and it's been a bit of a warm one, actually. It's been definitely spring-like for us. We didn't just skip it altogether like we did last year. We have had actually about 8 days that are average, 10 days above average, and only 5 days below average, which is interesting when you remember last April when we had 5 days with at least trace amount of snow, and it was also about the 9th coldest April that we had ever had on record. And then, of course, we went into the #1 hottest May that we had ever had. Just a crazy turnaround there. But this year, not so. We are living in spring here. And if you look at our temperature trend here hour by hour, you can see we are going to be fairly close to our 69-degree average for the next 5 days, within a few degrees, but it's fairly seasonal to just slightly above average, actually, with highs in the lower 70s for most of it after we get through the 60s tomorrow. It's currently on our satellite and radar, we have this frontal system that's been rolling through, and it's now just positioned over southern Missouri. We do have some rain still moving up kind of along that frontal system, just some energy moving to the north of that. Otherwise, there is a slight chance for some severe storms down there in parts of Texas associated with the cold front down there. You can see where this frontal system is. Still in the upper 70s here in West Plains and in Cape Girardeau. Still 58, though, in Columbia, 56. Over in Kansas City, closer to 60 there in St. Louis, a little closer to that frontal boundary there. Otherwise, on live Delta Rate First Alert radar, you can see these showers that have been rolling through. Even had some bouts of heavier rainfall here getting through Jefferson City and Montauk County there as well. And now that's all died down. I'm just expecting some light showers here for the rest of our overnight hours. If we track that hour by hour, you can see, again, some light showers even by 10 p.m. and even by the morning hours tomorrow. You might need some rain gear as you head out the door, but by the afternoon, we should be drier as the system actually slowly pushes down to the south. So here's around noon. You can see most of this rain is a little bit closer to that I-44 corridor, and that will continue its push down that direction as the day goes on. And then by the afternoon, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Slight chance you could have some peaks of sunshine by sunset, but otherwise a mostly cloudy end to our day, but drier for sure. Otherwise, here on our Thursday, a mix of sunshine and clouds there. You can still see this system is slowly getting through southwestern or southeastern Missouri, so still rain for them, but we are dry on our Thursday with a bit of sunshine, as I mentioned. And then on Friday, we clear out even more so, and it's going to be a sunny day for us, although we could have some clouds by the end of our Friday as we head into Saturday, because Saturday is our next chance for rain, especially in the morning and early afternoon. I think we will be drier by the end of Saturday and through Sunday as well. So best chance of rain this weekend will be on Saturday morning and midday, at least at this point, unless that system changes its speed. So we'll keep an eye on it for you here over the next couple days on KOMU 8. 52 for our low temperature tonight. We have that rain out there as well, just off and on. It's not going to be raining all night. 66 then tomorrow. And remember, north winds are going to be about 2 to 10 miles per hour. And then we're going to look at the next couple days at that warm up here. 75 here is going to be your high on Thursday, 73 on Friday with a lot of sunshine. We're at 73 on Saturday too, but remember, if rain chances back in the forecast there, 72 on Sunday. And then next week looks a little gloomy for us with some showers and thunderstorms there and highs in the lower to middle 70s. Here's your Weather IQ question for the day, sponsored by Break Time. Radio signals generally travel further under which type of systems? Low pressure, high pressure, or tornadic?
Be like a baseball, wouldn't it? And that would be under low pressure?
I have no idea. Jim?
So it's actually going to be high pressure, is where radio signals actually can travel a little further on. It's high pressure. Yep.
I had no clue.
Kenton, thanks.
Yeah.
Mizzou softball won 4 great games in a row.
Winning 5 in a row wouldn't be easy. Sports is next.
LMCO Home and Scotsman American Heirloom, exclusively at Baumgartner's in Avaz.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, visit lawmissouri.com.
What do people think of when they see that R in Riley Toyota? All the relationships that were built by serving Mid-Missouri for over 2 decades. Regularly giving the right price and best deals. The way folks rely on them to be ready to service their Toyota cars and trucks with respect. Yes, that R stands for all the reasons why people return to RileyToyota.com.
The Riley Toyota family does it all.
Because nothing's stronger than family.
Cost Cutters is here to help you look your best. Whatever hair you got, whatever hair you want. Experienced stylists you can trust for a price you can't beat. Style your way. Cost Cutters, love your cut.
Tonight's primetime lineup on KOMU8 in Mid-Missouri CW is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
A lot can happen in a day. So when you're ready to know more than just what's happening, we'll bring you the voices who can tell you why.
This is All Things Considered.
Listen every afternoon.
Kuhn, the most trusted name in hay implements in North America. Built strong and made to last, Kuhn gets the job completed year after year. Reliability, dependability, and quality. That's what Kuhn brings to your fields. From hay mowers, rakes, tedders, to balers. See the complete line of Kuhn hay implements at Loth Equipment in Jefferson City on Highway 94 across from ABB. Kuhn. Invest in quality.
See it, believe it. The full Hyundai lineup available at Joe Mockins Hyundai with impressive offers on every Hyundai model, all sold with true upfront pricing. View hundreds of new Hyundais on our big board with prices and discounts clearly marked. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and our 3-day love it or leave it guarantee. Worry-free car buying with true upfront pricing. All roads lead to Joe Mockins Hyundai at JoeMockinsHyundai.com.
What changed while you were sleeping? What happened since the last time you ate breakfast? Our world is changing every minute, and we'll be there every morning to keep you on top of it.
You're listening to Morning Edition from NPR News.
Listen every weekday.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
Hi, everyone. The red-hot Missouri Tigers softball team is back on the field tonight with a doubleheader against Southeast Missouri State. The Tigers have won 4 games in a row. Maddie Norman from Tipton in the circle today, but the Red Hawks started fast against her. First inning, 2 aboard, and Addison Barnowski hits a 3-run home run, 3-0 for the visitors. And Haley Thogmartin pitching for SEMO got out of a bases-loaded situation with minimal damage here. Kara Decker with a nice bunt to score Jasmine Rollin, but that's the only run the Tigers pushed across in that situation. SEMO escaped further trouble. Third inning, Norman settling in. Rachel Anderson gets into this one deep to left, but there's the catch by Reagan Nash, the Tiger senior. Guess what? Kimberly Wirth, the star slugger, did it again. A 2-run homer to lift Missouri to a 4-3 victory. Wirth's 17th of the year. She's 3 shy of the school record. Meanwhile, Game 2 is just underway. And the baseball team at Ole Mizzou begins a 5-game homestand with a non-conference game against Missouri State. The Tigers beat the Bears a week ago in Springfield 14-6. They're looking to snap a 3-game losing skid after getting swept at Georgia over the weekend. Steve Beazer, the third-year head coach at Ole Mizzou, and his star is Cameron Meisner. Bottom of the first inning, 2 Tigers aboard. Meisner grounds out to second, but it does get a run home. Tigers have tacked on another in the first. They've moved to the second inning. Mizzou leading the Bears 2-0. 2 days before the NFL draft, the Chiefs have made a big trade. Kansas City acquired defensive end Frank Clark from Seattle for their first-round pick Thursday and a second-round pick next year. The teams also swap third-round picks in this year's draft. Clark played 4 years with the Seahawks with 36 sacks, including a team-high 14 last season. Kansas City baseball news. The Royals and Rays are underway. Second game of theirs set in Florida. Scoreless in the first inning. Highlights at 10 of that one. And, of course, the Cards contest against the Brewers over at Busch Stadium. That's sports.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Mother's Day slowly approaching, and the MLB actually has something in store for this season.
Louisville Slugger is trying to hit one out of the park. That's next.
Being a good hitter is all about timing, but there's no good time to drink if you're driving. Step up to the plate and throw the keys to a sober driver. Drive sober.
Save Mo Lives, brought to you by Family Pond.
Get ready. It's time to test your weather IQ.
True or false? 50% of all tornadoes that hit Earth occur in the United States. The answer is false. It's even more. An estimated 75% of tornadoes occur in the United States, with 20% of those being strong to violent. Other countries that do experience tornadoes don't experience as violent of tornadoes as we do.
Watch KOMU 8 News at 6 for the First Alert Weather IQ question of the day. Brought to you by Break Time and Jiffy Lube.
The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent. Room for up to 8 passengers. Choice of second-row captain's chairs or bench seating. Standard EyeSight driver assist technology. Coming from Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever.
University Subaru. From here, been here, will always be here.
Addiction, the loneliest disease, the hiding, the denial, the escape, all wall us off from the life we desire. But there's a place without walls where you're never alone, where a beautiful setting creates a spirit of change, where caring and knowledgeable people show you a way out of addiction's lies. A place called Valley Hope, minutes away in Boonville, Missouri. 24 hours a day, we are ready for your call. And we accept most major insurance. Get help. Find hope. Valley Hope.
2 Mid-Missouri locations. On the lot or anytime online. Joe Markins Ford. Browse our inventory. Get pre-approved. Receive an appraisal for your trade-in. Right now, get a 2019 Fusion or Escape loaded. Your choice, only $18,882. Or get $12,000 in total savings on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck. All the savings, all the selection, all in one place. All roads lead to Joe Markins Ford.
From guns to gold and payday loans to safeguarding your valuables, make it Family Pawn. For selling, buying, loans, and safekeeping, count on us.
Not your traditional pawn shop, Family Pawn.
Hey everybody, it's me, comedian Kathleen Madigan. Come see me and Louis Black at the Missouri Theater on May 6th for the Arts for Autism comedy fundraiser presented by MU Healthcare. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com.
Coming up on KOMU 8 News at 10, Columbia Police plan to talk about racial bias during traffic stops.
We'll have the details from the meeting and what changes could come. We'll tell you about that at 10. Ken 10.
And we just have a few showers that are going to be passing through overnight. It won't be raining all night. Just might hear some raindrops on the roof every now and then. Otherwise, temperatures in the 50s here right now, and they're going to pretty much stay in the 50s all night long. We'll be in the lower and middle 50s by sunrise, up into the middle 60s tomorrow, with some showers still in the morning, but drier by the afternoon and remaining cloudy. More sunshine by the end of the week.
Chris, what kind of bats do the Major League Baseball players use?
Louisville Sluggers.
Louisville Sluggers, and then there they are, but there's just one little different twist. They're painted pink in honor of Mother's Day. The bats are cheap, $10. The money goes for breast cancer research. This is the 14th year for the pink bats. You can buy one at Bats. Wait a minute, let me get this right. The Bats on the MLB website.
MLB website.
Yes,
Yep.
MLB website, MLB.com.
There was actually 2 websites on here. They changed the script.
They keep you on your toes.
They do, don't they?
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the